Is Amazon influencer really a good side hustle? Can you really make money? How does it compare to an MLM? How does it compare to other side hustles? Today, we have Scott and Lyndsie joining us. They have done other side hustles. They have done MLM, and they are now also Amazon influencers. They are going to share with us today about their journey as an Amazon influencer. They're also going to share how it stacks up against their other side hustles and how it stacks up against their MLM journey. We're going to hear about their ups and their downs. Join me today as we talk with Scott and Lyndsie and learn about their journey, and we're going to learn if this is a good hustle for us as well. Before we go any further, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. By smashing that subscribe button, you're going to let me know that this content is helpful for you, as well as you'll get notified when new great videos are dropped for you. These videos are going to help you find income streams that work for you. Maybe what we talk about today isn't the hustle for you, but we talk about hustles all the time. Different income streams that might work for you. So go ahead, smash that subscribe button. You'll learn about great things and get help along the way in your financial journey. All right, let's talk with Scott and Lyndsie and see what they have to say about influencer, side hustles, and MLM. Well, welcome, guys. Today we have Scott and Lyndsie with us, who are part of the Amazon Influencer Program, and they're going to share with us a little bit about their journey. So, Scott and Lyndsie, why don't you introduce yourselves and tell us who you are?
Sure. We are a homeschool family. I homeschool our kiddos full time, and he's the main provider. And I've always tried to find ways to make a little bit of income staying home. And so I'm grateful that I stumbled across this Amazon influencer program.
I'm Scott, and so originally we're from the East Coast, and I was a career fireman for 16 years, and then we moved to Oklahoma for other opportunities, and yeah, uh, I've always been an entrepreneur at heart, but I've always been stuck working for the man as well. So I think I did about a year trying to do it on my own, and then I guess corporate America found me. But yeah, here we are. We're here in Oklahoma and loving it. So.
Awesome. All right, so why did you start the Amazon Influencer Program?
So I have worked like pampered chef gig, right? Where you try to hustle some kitchenware and make a little bit of commission. I have, let's see, I've done many things. I've dog watched. I've cooked for an elderly lady. But anyway, so to join the Amazon influencer program was primarily just to have a little bit of income. Not really a guaranteed income, but just to try new.
Yeah, Lindsay's always like,
Excuse me.
I mean, we do well for ourselves, but she's always said that like she would like to contribute in other ways, like monetarily, instead of just around the house and with the kiddos. And so I think that was really what pushed her into the influencing program for Amazon.
Okay. What struggles have you had starting with Amazon Influencer?
I know this is not across the board, but honestly, we had no struggles. I applied. A friend recommended this to us, and I applied and got approved right away. And then I just started uploading videos. I didn't even necessarily know that you had to get 3 videos approved.
It seems like so many people don't know that at first.
Yeah. Um, our friends had mentioned something, but like our Amazon was under his email address at first. And so I wasn't really getting notifications or staying on top of that, because things were being sent to you. But yeah, after joining like some Facebook groups of other Amazon influencers, then I realized that there's 3 videos that have to get approved right away before you can upload more, apparently. But yeah, none of that I don't recall. It was just I just started uploading videos, and
I mean, I think the biggest struggle with the start was one, kind of like you said, like I would be getting emails from Amazon, and then she'd be like, "Did you get anything from Amazon?" And I'd be like, "I don't think so." Uh, so
Yeah.
we had to get things switched over. So she was getting notifications, and then like I would say another struggle is like you upload videos, and like for our first month, I think we like first videos we posted were on like the 9th of the month that we started.
Yeah.
And then we didn't get we made zero money that month, and we were like, what is going on with, and so if we want to call that a startup struggle,
Yeah.
we were like, what are we doing wrong? Or and that's kind of, we reached out to our friends and was like, hey, what did you guys do? So if we want to consider that a struggle, I would say it's a learning curve, but that is one of the things we encountered when we started.
So we started in June of last year, 2023, and we didn't make a commission until July.
Oh, wow. So it took you a little bit of time to see a commission.
Right. And it's probably what I decided to do videos on at first as well. Like we have a kiddo with food allergies. And so I thought I was going to like just have food allergy type stuff and maybe kitchenware because we cook a lot and that's what I know.
Yeah.
So I think it was the choices that I made, as far as what my first videos were. And then he did like a shower caddy and that took off.
Crazy.
It's always the unexpected things.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, that shower caddy's jam up though.
Yeah.
Drop the link in the description. I'm just joking. But.
And like his video compared to mine, no offense, but he didn't show his face and it was a minimal video.
We definitely have different styles.
Yeah.
She does a lot of the home stuff. I do a lot of the hunting stuff. Outdoorsy stuff. And her face is in most of hers, and nobody wants to look at this face. So, but so we definitely have different styles of videoing as well.
Yeah.
So when you started, were you using any fancy camera gear?
We still aren't.
You still aren't. Good.
iPhones. That's it.
Just our iPhone. And then a ring light.
And they aren't even a new iPhone.
Yeah, no. And in fact, I told him this year I want to upgrade my iPhone. And then I also, not to like get ahead of ourselves, but I had a seller recently who came to me and asked me what kind of phone I have. I guess for filming purposes. Like, what's the quality of your video going to be like?
I wonder if it's that, or was it a seller who wanted you to review a case or something for the phone?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. They didn't mention.
Because I've had a couple of those wanting to send cases for review.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. I wonder where that's going.
Yeah. Well, they did mention about, it having to be 4K, like video had to be 4K.
Okay, an iPhone does that. It's quite surprising.
I don't even know what that means.
It's the quality of the video. That's all. All right. So what's been your biggest surprise with Amazon Influencer?
Probably like how well we've done so quickly, like within the first 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would say that. And it might not be well to other people's standards, but
Right.
just for like side hustle, you're always at home with the kiddos. I mean, it's been nice to get, the money that we're getting off of it. And I would say maybe another surprise is like, you don't necessarily know what your commission is on the items that you review. And so like when you review a more expensive item and then you sell one and you're like, oh my goodness, do you know how much money I just made off of that thing? So that, that's pretty awesome as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you already mentioned the shower caddy was a surprise item. Have you had any of those other items that you kind of just reviewed and then you were surprised at how well it was selling or how much commission you made off of it?
Yes. So my biggest or my favorite thing to do is to go thrifting. And so while I'm out thrifting, I will take pictures of things and look them up on Amazon. That's my little trick.
That's
And
smart.
so there was a shirt, it's like a boutique looking type of shirt, and that has sold really well. And then our aunt gave us a Christmas tree, like a tabletop Christmas tree that she paid like $3 at the thrift store. And it's like almost $40 on Amazon. And during November and December, I sold a lot of those. My makeup, my skincare, all that just sells. My hair care, all that sells really well. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting because skincare and hair care for me have not sold well.
Well, girls want to spend all their
True.
money on that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I would say for me, the biggest thing was the deer feeder. Like I did just a quick review on that thing when I was out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's good quality, and I was setting it up for hunting, and she was like, make a video real fast, and I did. And I mean, I can't even tell you how many of those things we've sold, and we've made great commission off of them.
You could tell when it was hunting season.
Oh yeah.
Because all the deer feeders and the cameras.
Yeah, all the hunting equipment, I mean, sold like hotcakes. It was crazy.
That's awesome. All right. So you already mentioned how long it took you to see results, which was about what, a good solid month to month and a half?
Yes.
So were they decent results or were they kind of pennies when it started?
I'm looking at it. I'll be honest. It was $46 our first month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any idea how many videos that was at that time?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Okay.
I feel like we had a ton because we were just kind of getting into it and weren't really sure. I would say we probably had, I don't know, like 10 videos up maybe, because we still don't have an absolute ton of videos like some influencers. I don't know.
Because I can see all the different items.
So a fairly low number of videos though for $50 worth of commissions.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. All right. So what do you do differently now than what you did in the beginning?
So we talked about this prior. Communicating with sellers. So now I'm having a little bit of sellers reach out to me and wanting to provide, free product. But I'm also reaching out to sellers. So if there's something that I'm wanting for my house, instead of going out and purchasing it first, I've been reaching out to some sellers that way.
And have you been having good success with that?
Honestly, I've had responses, and they've been kind responses, just saying we're not looking for influencers at this moment. So I've had responses, just not the ones that I'm looking for.
Okay. Interesting. I've had mixed results with doing that as well. I've had some, sure, we'll send you stuff from some really big names that I thought were going to be sorry, but we're not sending you anything. And then I've had the exact opposite of, who are you to ask for something? So it's just really interesting seeing how different companies respond.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And something I just found out that I found really interesting, and I think companies should take note of influencers, is everybody knows the Stanley Cup or the Stanley mug.
Oh, yeah.
Stanley was a $70 million corporation, and they couldn't break their $70 million ceiling. They had one mom blog influencer that they decided to give a Stanley mug to, and they went to $700 million overnight.
Yeah, the craze for them right now is just insane. Actually, people at work have been talking about it, but I mean, they've been people with, they used to make like the old thermoses and stuff like that, Grandpa used to have. And man, it just goes to show you that marketing and influencers actually are able to influence and make a big difference.
Influencers are huge. It's definitely where the market's going.
For sure.
All right. So what would you say to someone who's thinking about becoming an Amazon influencer?
Well, I would dive right in. Like, don't be afraid. Just try it. At least apply. And even if you don't get approved the first time, try again. I've seen lots of situations like that through the Facebook groups. But it's funny because I have recommended this program to probably 20 people, and I've had one person one person take me serious about it and actually wanted to do it and is doing it, and we're doing it alongside each other. I mean, I don't understand why anybody wouldn't want to do it.
So when I first got into it, I had rejected it for quite a while. Long before I heard people starting to talk about it, Amazon actually invited me to the program, and I declined the invite multiple times. And then, well, I didn't understand it. And that's what it was. I just didn't understand it. I thought it was another affiliate marketing thing that just was going to give me pennies if I brought my own traffic in. And I wasn't interested. And then finally one day I kind of gave in because a friend of mine just wouldn't shut up. So I looked into it a little bit more and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. And I mean, it worked. It worked really well. And it's not what I thought it was. So I wonder if some of that is just a misunderstanding of what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not regretting that plunge now, though, huh?
Well, there's two different ways to be an influencer, right? So I've seen these really big influencers on Instagram that they're putting their Amazon link and they're trying to make commissions off of their links, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have what we do, which is the Amazon reviews. So there's two different ways for folks to do it.
So do you use the affiliate link at all?
I've played around with it a little bit, but I haven't had great success. And I think that's for people with probably larger followings. And I don't have that on any of my social media.
Yeah, it's funny. I had so I got some Air Force Ones for work, and you can put crease protectors in them to keep them from bending and keep their shape and all. And I have done a review on crease protectors, and we sold a ton of them. And then somebody at work, when I was like, "Hey, why aren't you wearing your new shoes?" Because a group of us got them, and he was like, "Oh, I don't have any crease protectors," and I was like, "Let me." So I mean, you just got to look for the opportunities, I guess. But yeah, we mostly do the videos. So
okay. So have you done anything like this before?
No.
when you say anything like this before, do you mean like the Amazon influence or side hustle?
No, we'll talk about side hustles in a minute, but like putting your face on camera, promoting products, reviewing products, doing this kind of a hustle in general.
I think you did for a little while with Pampered
Yeah.
Chef. You would host like virtual parties or whatnot, but
Yeah.
other than that, we haven't ever done anything like this now.
Mm-mm.
So you did the Pampered Chef virtual parties. How did that money compare to the money you make now with Amazon Influencer?
It doesn't compare. Not at all. So our best month, being blunt and honest, our best month on Amazon's been set right at $700.
Nice.
And that's just for stuff basically that we already have in our home. With Pampered Chef, you're having to purchase Pampered Chef products, and it was a 20% commission that I was making. So, and a lot more time. I was having to make graphics for my parties and, put out, schedule a certain time in my day to demonstrate these videos. But I'm also making food, right? So it has to be food that I'm going to feed to my family. So you got to be real strategic with it all.
Yeah.
Mailbox money, it's just, you can do it at your own time and your own pace.
Yeah, passive income kind of. I mean, you put in the upfront effort to make the video and post it, and then it is kind of passive income after that because it just does its thing out there. So.
Excellent. So do you have any other side hustles that you're working on?
Well, through this, well, I guess that we'll probably touch base with that a little bit later. But
If you've got something to say, go for it.
I do join brands.
Tell us what Join Brands is.
So it's an app. Okay. Well, basically one night I was up late and I was thinking, how can I get more items? This was before anybody started reaching out to me for free product. I was thinking to myself, how can I get items for free that I can review? And I was Googling influencer work and then stumbled upon Join Brands. And it's basically an app that you download and you have to get approved, kind of like you do for Amazon Influencer. And then you have to go through certain qualifications and get certifications as far as like they teach you how to take a good picture or take a good video and make an Instagram reel. But anyway, so it's companies that are looking for somebody to demonstrate their product or take a selfie with their product, and they pay you a little commission, and they reimburse you for the product after you've completed their request. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, you did good.
Using that as an additional hustle to an Amazon influencer then.
Yes. And then I also do Kale, Kale. And that I have my Instagram is geared to food allergies, and I've always posted on there maybe different recipes or different companies of like food product that we eat frequently in my house because my kiddo has severe food allergies. And I always like to shout out to those companies. And I've been doing that for years. And oftentimes those companies would send us free goodies just for mentioning them, or if I ever reached out and had questions to them. I mean, we've received boxes and boxes of free stuff. And that was really my main reason for doing that, is to, my fellow families that have food allergies, to let them know about these items, but also, to help on my pocketbook a little bit, because these healthier brands are rather expensive. So if I can get some free food product in my house, I want to do that. So anyway, so I started doing that. And whenever I tagged this one particular food company, they wrote me in a message and said, I would like to invite you to Kale. It's basically where you do short videos for us, either on TikTok or Instagram. And we're part of that company and we'll pay you a small commission. So I applied for Kale, I got approved, and I make short little reels on TikTok and Instagram. I do have to buy the product. They don't reimburse you, but they pay decent on their reels. So I think the most you can make is $35 per reel.
Okay.
Yeah. But Kale does beauty products and food product, like your health food products. So there's a lot of different brands on there.
And then for a side hustle, I've always done different things. I did woodworking for a little while. I side hustled trailer business, renting out trailers to people, and that was doing great until corporate America found me, and I got a little busy for it. But now, like as my side hustle, I just tinker and I make leather goods, so like minimalist wallets and stuff like that.
Very cool. Nice.
So I just self-taught, so I've just been doing that, and I'll probably end up at a farmer's market or just trying to hustle them. So
Do you have a website where we can find those wallets?
no, but I wish I did. No, but I'll touch base when I do.
All right, message me a link if you have it, and I'll put it in the description of this video so people can go buy them if they want them.
Awesome, thanks. I appreciate that.
All right, what are your plans moving forward now?
Oh, I want to level up. So have you seen where there's like Amazon influencer events that these, yeah, that would be my goal in the next couple of years, is to get invited to one of those. I don't know if you have to get personally invited or if you can just attend. I'm not sure, but I would love to go to one. I would love to have like a large following, but I just don't know how to get there. I have seen on the Amazon Facebook page, influencer Facebook pages, that there are influencers that are like making price sheets for sellers. So even if I didn't have a large following one day, if I can learn how to make a price sheet to give to these sellers, and break it down as far as what I'm, willing to do at what cost, so that we're not doing free reviews anymore.
And I strongly encourage people to not do free reviews. It takes time. And a lot of companies that aren't willing to pay, their products have no sell-through, so you don't even get a commission off them. So it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So that's been a big thing for me, is stop doing free reviews. It's not worth it.
It really is time consuming. I mean, when you think about the area of your house that you're going, or, anywhere that you're filming, it has to be, clean.
Yeah.
And then especially if you're at home with kids, you have to, I do incorporate my kids a lot of times with my reviews. I do, I pay them a little bit, and I make it fun for them. And a lot of the items that we're reviewing are like their toys and things. So, and toys are expensive.
Yeah,
they are.
But you have to think about, you have to review, research the product, figure out how it works, explain the pros and the cons, and definitely time consuming
for sure.
He is working on a review for a trail camera right now, and this company has asked for a video, opening the trail camera, the installation process, and then is asking for still shots from the trail camera. And when you think about editing and cutting all that video and the time.
Yeah. And that is actually one of the first ones where we asked for payment to do the review, because it was just, they had so many
criteria.
Yeah, so much criteria they wanted in the video. And so she was like, well, we would like to charge you, right? And I was like, of course, first time it's a hunting thing, we're going to ask for money. And of course, they said, no, it's not in the budget. And we still did it anyway, because the value of the product is a couple $100. Mm-hmm. And so
hopefully the higher commission would be worth it,
Right. And so we're hoping that it can kind of iron itself out. But I think we've kind of decided that we want to start not just giving away our time and asking people for some money.
For me, that's worked really well. I have had some companies say it's not in the budget, and then I tell them, well, okay, well, then we can't do a video. Then they come back and all of a sudden they have budget. Imagine that.
Yeah.
The ones who didn't come back with a budget had no sell-through when you looked at their product anyway.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been worth it for me to do the videos. And a lot of them, I find this so humorous. It's almost like they're trained to ask for a better deal, because you will give them your price. They will ask for a better deal, and I'll say no. And then they will in turn offer me double what I've asked them for in the first place. Like, they didn't even listen to what I asked for. They were just getting to the point of saying, can we have a better price?
Wow.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to ask for the money. It's there. But I think they're all trained, especially the ones from overseas, are trained to ask for a better deal or say no at first. But they come back with an offer. They always do. So I encourage you to do it.
Noted, for sure.
All right. So what are your social medias, or how can we find you guys?
So my Instagram is Food Allergy Mama, MOMMA 2. And the same thing on my TikTok, Food Allergy Mama 2. And then we have an Amazon storefront.
And what's your storefront?
Ooh.
I'll put the link in the description below.
Yeah.
The beauty of the description.
I often wonder that too. It's Lyndsie Imes /20.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will put that in the description so that people can find you. Is there anything else you'd like to share with everyone?
I don't think so.
I would just say that if you're on the fence, just kind of like you were saying, if you're on the fence, do it. And something I've learned that, you know, the life you dream about, you're only going to and work for it, right? So it's not going to come find you. You gotta hustle after it. So if you're on the fence about it, definitely jump in. All they can do is say no, right?
That's right.
Another thing is like when our friend was explaining it to me, I found it really hard to believe that many people would watch my video and I would make money off of it. Like, I could not wrap my brain around that, because how many times, 100% of the time that I've purchased from Amazon, I've never looked at the videos way down below. Sometimes I'll read the reviews that people write in, and I'll scroll through all the pictures that the seller provides, but I never watched any videos down below. Yeah. So believe it. People do. It's amazing.
And let me circle back real quick. Have you have you noticed that when you're scrolling Amazon now, that the image of whatever you're looking at will turn into an influencer video? Amazon, I think, realizes that influencers are making them the money. So another reason, if you're on the fence, to jump in there, because you'll literally be looking as you're scrolling at a product and it'll change to the influencer video. So,
influencers have the opportunity to show a product in a way that a picture or a corporation can't show it.
For sure.
And it's working really well. Amazon realizes it, so they're putting their money where their mouth is, and they're paying us to show the product so more people buy with confidence.
Exactly right.
All right. We are. I can't wait to see, what happens for us. Because we hear these stories of our friends that are making thousands, and I hope to be there one day.
Awesome. All right, Scott and Lyndsie, thanks so much for coming on here today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Gregg.
My pleasure.